MotorWeek is made possible by TireRack.com, Hum by Verizon, RockAuto.com, State Farm, Autotempest.com, and WeatherTech.
Picture this. No more gasoline, clutch, air filter, oil changes, or top-end rebuilds. I've heard a lot about this San Francisco-based company, and today we're not only going to throw a leg over this Alta dirt bike, we're going to check out the inner workings as well.
It started just in the garage, 2007, and it took about 5 years before we actually got the first working prototype.
Inside the Brisbane, California factory, they assemble, you guessed it, all-electric motorcycles. They offer a Supermoto good for 60 miles of asphalt cruising, an EX Enduro bike for off-road plus urban assault, and for 2018, this, the new flagship of their arsenal and the first track-focused electric bike we've driven yet, the Redshift MXR.
This bike is built for the track. It is built to race, it is built to compete, and it is built to win.
They've already proved they're able, zapping into the Final Four of a Supercross race full of gas competitors, the 2016 Red Bull Rhythm.
The 2018 MXR is a substantial improvement over the last year's MX base model. We've increased power dramatically from 40 horsepower to 50 horsepower at the rear wheel.
Twist the throttle, which activates the motor controller here. The motor controller, basically think of it as a set of valves on a traditional bike. And what it does is the more you twist it, the more it distributes the power from the battery.
From the battery, power goes to the motor, which goes down to a gear reduction, and that turns the chain. And voila, the wheel is spinning. We charged up and headed to Diablo MX Ranch for a practice session alongside Alta's in-house rider.
I didn't think so, and I didn't feel like it, but looking at the data, I am faster on this bike.
I know there's 147 pound-feet of torque to the countershaft available in a split second. I picture myself twisting the throttle and the bike looping out from under me, sending it to the moon. But I started off slow, and just like that, a grin was glued to my face.
The smooth control and the preciseness that's delivered from an electric motor can have you in the perfect power band all the time.
It's got 4 pre-programmed maps which you can adjust on the fly with a touch of your finger. It changes traction, engine braking, and power delivery for the single-speed transmission. Think of Map 1 as a good technical backwoods choice, and Map 4 for a max power track attack. Brembo brakes, Warp 9 wheels, WP suspension, and Dunlop tires from the factory. While this does weigh about 30 pounds more than a traditional bike, it doesn't ride much different.
The bike is IP67 certified, which means basically it can be submerged up to a meter of water for pressure up to half hour.
At full open throttle, a pro rider would get about 30 minutes battery time. My bike had a quarter of battery life left when my tank was on empty and I had to call it a day. The MXR cost $11,995, and the $799 fast charger has you back to full juice in 1.5 hours. Those gas bikes also cost around $9,000, but considering the frequent maintenance and performance upgrades most riders opt for, this electric bike's pricing isn't that far off. And like other electric motorcycles we've driven, no more noise complaints from the neighbors. Seeing that it took all of a couple laps to get comfortable in this alien object, I'm now a believer this way of using electrons could very well be the future of fast.